I'm Paige Worley.
I'm Stanton Patterson.
I'm Kelly.
I'm Katie Danielle.
I'm Abby Aiken.
And we're presenting to Chickasaw Telecommunications Services, Inc.
We started off with research. We sent out 100 surveys. Personally went to 100 different businesses around Stillwater and gave 100 different surveys to business owners, as well as we interviewed 10 different business owners. So it was a personal interview, asking various questions about their internet service that they currently have, what they look for in an internet service. So that's where we got a lot of our feedback from, and our information and our reasons of why that we chose to do what we did with this campaign. So our problem statement went while we were researching, when we did the interviews and surveys, by the means of like surveys and interviews, we found that most business owners surveyed knew Chickasaw Telecommunications by word of mouth. So we wanted to focus. We saw that as a problem because you guys as a company can't control word of mouth. So we need, there's a need for more controlled media for the company. As well as, this is just that because of word of mouth and non-controlled media, the reputation of Chickasaw Telecommunications Services Inc. is ambiguous to some people. Business owners who are very familiar with customers, Chickasaw said that they were reliable and had good customer service. So the people that are familiar with you guys really do see that y'all have great customer service and you're very reliable. So that's good. If in the means of, so we just need to put that into a some type of campaign and be able to show other customers that y'all are doing that in a more controlled way. We feel that there's an opportunity for the company to advertise in more effective ways to raise brand awareness and meet business owners' needs. So we came up with Chickasaw Cheetah. So we'd like you to meet the Chickasaw Cheetah, that hence the different cheetah print things that you see. While researching, business owners expressed the importance of internet service that is fast, reliable, and spotless. So we mean spotless, they don't like the internet service that works. Sometimes it's very spotty, so it works sometimes and it goes down, and it works sometimes and it goes down. So we see a lot of business owners that say that a lot of their services now are spotty. It works great sometimes, and then sometimes it doesn't. And so we came up with this campaign of the Chickasaw Cheetah that will express that the internet service is fast and reliable and not spotty. So our vision for this is in like print ads and things of that nature. We would like to see a cheetah that's running but gradually losing his spots. So we can show you that they'll have fast, reliable service but without the spots. So we want to go run with that kind of campaign. Like I said before, the consumers don't want spotty service, therefore the cheetah will not have spots in the advertisement. And we noticed back when you spoke with us about 2 months ago that y'all have importance in community involvement. So we would like to introduce the Chickasaw Cheetah in a mascot form, kind of like how we see Eskimo Joe always in community with their mascot. So we would like to show the Chickasaw Cheetah in the community. Y'all support different Stillwater basketball games and things of that nature. So we want this to be visible in other ways. So this gives you, this will allow the company's presence to be seen in the community in ways that they've never been seen before. So, it'll give you that presence rather than just being, sponsors. Chickasaw, Telecommunications sponsored this event, but they're now there sponsoring the event as well. Our target audience is small business owners between the ages of 35 and 65. That's just what we ran into when we spoke with all the business owners, as well as surveying the business owners. We found that was the range that the businesses in Stillwater range from. They're looking for reliable and fast internet service and appreciate quality service that new technology can bring, as well as a quality customer service. A lot of people are aware of what fiber optics is, but they're not completely sure what all the benefits that it brings. So that's another thing that we would like to implement in our campaign is the knowledge behind and increase the awareness of fiber optics and what it can bring and why Chickasaw is above everyone else when it comes to fiber optic communication. They are not fully satisfied with their current service provider and are open to exploring other options, which is great for us. They're not happy, so we want to get in there while they're unhappy and express why we're the better company and how we can improve their service. it is important for them to be able to contact their provider quickly, efficiently, at any needed time. And this is another thing that y'all touched on, is that y'all were local, and that's something that y'all have been, branding, is that you're a local business and that you can always contact someone. So we want to keep that, because that was a great point to express, because people really do like that they can pick up the phone and get right on the phone with somebody and get the problem fixed.
Perfect. So the entire goal of this entire thing is to increase B2B sales by 15%, which is what you communicated. And so our objective is then to get that traffic to your website, to get people talking about it, to get people interested in what you're doing. We want to increase awareness of the company, increase knowledge of fiber optics so people understand what it is and what a great deal you guys have for it, and then build company reputation through those advertisements. So in that, we have a 6-month plan with the campaign with the cheetah, and all of our advertisements are going to be based around this kind of fast, reliable customer service, and maybe a little bit away from the local for this entire campaign. And we wanted to start off our grassroots with the radio, print, digital, and billboard advertising in July, get people kind of buzzed about it, hear that radio during their commute to work, from work, see the billboards, get those print ads in the news publications and all of that stuff. Digital advertisements would be on things instead of the Chamber of Commerce, or we could keep that. We could also do Stillwater News Press, which is a high traffic website where business owners go and get information on their community, which I think would be a really great outlet for us to consider. And then also things like Google AdWords, so buying those fast, reliable internet, that kind of thing. So that drives traffic to your website. And then after we have established that, in about August, we would start and launch a social media, so Twitter, Facebook, kind of become a thought leader, have those people going, have customers interested, but then also other businesses interested, and get yourself into this conversation using those hashtags, using those things. And once we've established you guys as a company and having that presence on the social media, we can begin using that as leverage to do campaigns. So some social media campaigns, things like in September and August, we can do things during the football games, like tweet at us or hashtag this or text us this number and we'll pick a winner. Those kind of things, spot the spots on a cheetah type of stuff, and get those cards flipped over and somebody wins, that kind of stuff to get people involved, interested. All those business and entrepreneur people that end up staying in Stillwater, they'll already be starting to hear about you. So when they do get their business started up here, they can immediately consider you as a legitimate company. And things that they can win would be like a Google Chrome device or something that they would need internet for, and fast internet. Then we want to move more into the public presence. So we have timeout sponsorships where we would sponsor a song and you'd get the cheetah and he'd run and the spots would fall off and he'd plug into some kind of outlet, and when he plugs into the outlet, the Taylor Swift song comes on or something, and shake it off, and people are shaking off the spots on the big Jumbotron, you know what I'm talking about, and get people just kind of interested in like the spots coming off of them and doing like big internet stuff. And those are things that we can start doing to build that cheetah presence, so when we implement the mascot, which would be somewhere around September, October, people would understand that mascot is Chickasaw Telecommunications. It's not some kitty running around next to Eskimo Joe's. And it could do stuff like, you've seen Eskimo Joe's and those kind of mascots where they do like the racing competitions during halftime and that kind of stuff, and it would be fun if we were the fastest one type of a thing. Really get us out there, get us established, get those kids that want to come over and bring their parents and get a photo with this cheetah. Maybe their parents are business owners, which would be great. You can use that throughout, Oklahoma State athletics as well as the high school athletics and those things that you guys are involved in. I know that you sponsor some of those events. And then after that, it would just be a matter of establishing and maintaining. So after that's all established in October, with a Lou in the homecoming field, because that's going to be really expensive and it's going to be not our target audience. So we might be able to save money by taking a step back during the homecoming game and then going back for it during and after. We'd be able to really establish you guys, and you'd be able to take a step back after that in November and December, maintain, and then start watching analytics. And ways that you'd be able to measure this would be immediately through like social media engagements, Twitter Insights, Facebook Analytics, Facebook Insights, all of those things, so you'd get instant access to that. And then you'd also get instant access to website traffic and get those leads, who's looking at us, who wants to know more. and general inquiries that you might get through the website, people getting there and then actually typing stuff in and saying, hey, I'm interested in your services, and then all of that would be translated into sales, which would be our ultimate measurement. And that's it. So.
Okay. So, do you have any questions, Alicia?
I do. I have a couple questions. The first one that is, you guys haven't really touched anything about the phone side of our company. And since Chickasaw was a phone company first, I don't know if it's necessarily a question or if it's something that maybe should be included, at least brought, about at some point through the campaign, is to highlight that we are a phone company too, and we have a lot of new technology on the phone side. My other question is, I really like the mascot idea, but I'm wondering how, with regard to sporting events with OSU, how you would really quantify the impact it's having on local business owners when so many people who attend those games are statewide, people coming from the city where we don't have service.
That's
So
a great question.
That's probably something that you may want to consider too.
Very true. Our leverage in that situation would be the big business owners in Stillwater that take their clients to games and that kind of thing. Which obviously the stuff that we're doing is going to be fun, interactive for college students, but getting that experience on the jumbotron, seeing people get fun with it, make you guys look like a fun company, also reliable, also communicating that you have great customer service, would get those people that are trying to tune out during those timeouts to really get tuned in and see you guys. But we also have other ways to do that too, where we could do just high school stuff, that you're very involved with the public school system and that kind of thing. So we could only focus on that kind of stuff and translate those timeout opportunities into like lower level sports. Does that make sense?
How are you planning on addressing our sister companies?
That's a great question. Well, in this campaign, and you guys can chime in at any time, I'm thinking that your entire goal, which you communicated to us, was fiber optics. And so we really wanted to focus on that because it sounded like a lot of people, one guy in one of our interviews said it was a military thing, wasn't it? And now it might have started off in the military. I wasn't very familiar, and I just thought, well, it's not there anymore, and that's usually how the internet works anyways. So I figured that we would put our focus in these next 6 months on that, and when people would inquire with you for sales, you could give them a little bit more information. Maybe we could have a brochure if you were interested in that kind of thing. Brochure, kind of like an email you can send out, that type of thing to potential customers, get them more educated about the company. But we wanted to interest them and get them absorbed in this fiber optics so you can make that advanced sale.